Hey guys, Merrick here with Movement Real Estate Group, doing the movement report for the month of April. So obviously all of March numbers for the month of April. March was a bit of a weird month, kind of slowed a little bit. So let's take a look. Numbers still strong. I'll try to go through this quickly to respect your time. So let's jump right in. Okay, so last month we had 267 sales, all property types in Abbotsford. This month we had 429. So average for the 10 years is 253. So we're up 70% for sales for this month of March numbers, basically April. So active listings jumped way up. We're up to from 502 up to 643, but we're still below our 10-year average for listings. So we're still on the low side of listings, down 26%. New listings, way up. We have 587 new listings last month. And this month we have 726 new listings. So we are up 112% for new listings for this month. Let's jump into pricing. We'll go through this quickly. I've done these graphs so you can look at them if you want, pause it, and you can go through the numbers. But we're just going to do our local communities. If you have questions about a neighboring community or something like that that I don't cover, just reach out and I can send you those numbers. Okay, Surrey. Surrey's HPI price for a home, 1.7 million. And you can see 924, 657 for prices for townhouses and apartments. And then the sales to active ratio is what we want to look at. 45%, 47%, and 69%. Very, very hot seller's market. We're still low on inventory, although you can see all these new units coming up. We're still low on inventory. Sales to active ratio still looking strong. Let's keep going. White Rock, 1.6 million for the detached home, 876, 619, and then obviously really high sales to active ratio, but not a ton of activity. If you look at the sales, 34 sales, 4 and 60, that kind of puts the numbers up a little bit higher. Bigger district to draw from, Township of Langley, 1.7 million for a house detached, 8.77, 599, and then if you look at those sales to active ratios, insanely high. So 59%, remember a balanced market's 12 to 20%. So 59% sales to active ratio, 96%, 101%. And you look at how many sales there were, 168, 135, 90. Lots of activity in Langley right now, lots of sales. That is a hot market still. City of Langley, so small segment of Langley is still the City of Langley. 1.5 million for a house, 813 for a townhouse, and 624 for a apartment. Smaller amount of sales because it's a small area, but still 43%, 85%, 85% sales to active ratio, still hot. Pitt Meadows, 1.5, 893, 679, and we're looking at 116%, 140%, and 200% sales to active ratio. Now, take that with a grain of salt because the amount of sales were, 21, 14, so it's a smaller segment, but very, very staggering sales to active ratio. Maple Ridge, similar, 1.4 million, 903, and 541. And we're at 50%, 78%, and 160%. And a little bit more of a catchment to draw from, so we're seeing 116 sales. Townhouses at 57, and apartments at 72, so that's a little bit more to draw from. So those are real numbers. 160% for apartments, insane. Next, we're looking at Mission, 1.285 mil, 692, 501. The sales to active ratio in Mission, 43%, 46%, and 63%. Still strong. Not a ton of sales in townhouses and apartments to draw from, so may look like a little higher than it should be, but 69 sales in Mission for the month of March. Pretty good number. Detached, Abbotsford, 1522. 732 and 523. So sales to active ratio for Abbotsford is 52% for a house, 54% for a townhouse, and apartments at a staggered 133%. Yeah, lots of sales to draw from, 175, 80, and 156. So really good catchment of sales to draw from. So we know that these numbers are really, really accurate. Chilliwack, sales to active ratio 22%. Still decent, lower than we'd like to see, but 1.1 million was the average price there. 61% sales to active ratio for a townhouse. We're sitting at 723, and apartments 57% at 369, and again 50 sales, 30 and 35, so a decent amount to draw from. You know, the sales to active ratio is something to keep in mind. We're sitting at a 58.9% sales to active ratio for all property types in the Fraser Valley. So still a very strong seller's market. Inventory is still historically low, even though we saw a lot of new listings come on the market recently. Historically, we're low on inventory. So I know the Bank of Canada is raising interest rates. I know there's uncertainty with the Ukraine-Russia war. I know, with COVID, stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like the buyers were kind of waiting to see what would happen, hoping the market would drop. But if you look at the numbers and on the sale prices, those are all record highs. I don't think there's a single market in any segment, townhouse, detached, or apartment, that has seen a drop in price that I'm tracking. So all prices have stayed high. So there may be a few people who bought and are in a position where they have to sell, so they're going to give it away at a bit of a discount. But the majority of people aren't in that position. Majority of people are holding price, and they're stretching from an 8-day on market to a 40-day on market, but then they're getting that price. So inventory's low, prices haven't dropped yet. I think the buyers start coming back now, and I think the market starts to pick up as far as transactional volume again. I don't think prices jump anymore this year. I think they're going to kind of stay where they're at, maybe flicker up and down a little bit. There could be up to an 8% correction in price, but we've just seen the prices jump up so much, it wouldn't really be too much of a big deal, especially if you're staying in the market. Remember, buy low, sell low. Buy high, sell high. So it's really irrelevant if the prices go up and down, 10% fluctuation, unless you're exiting the market. So interesting. Let's see what happens. Let's keep looking at what's going on in the market. But yeah, any questions, reach out to me. My name is Merrick, Movement Real Estate Group. We love to get into the numbers and the minutia of the market and really understand what's going on. So if you have any questions, if there's something I haven't covered, or you want a little bit more information, a little bit more details, reach out. We're happy to help. Thanks, guys.